All right, so you've decluttered your house and it's back cluttered again. You've decluttered it for a second time and it's back cluttered again. And you've decluttered it for the 100th time and now it's back cluttered and worse than it ever was before. If this is you, yes, I know that you're probably wanting to pull your hair out, but don't. I have the strategies that you need today so that you can end this cycle. So, if we've never met before, I'm Victoria Alexander, and I help people struggling with mess, clutter, and chaos get all that under control once and for all. So before we dive into the video all the way, I want to kind of change your perspective on this whole decluttering clutter situation you have going on. So let's think about when you say you want to lose weight. Typically, if I say, okay, I would like to lose 10 pounds, that means I have to start thinking about things differently, okay? And I'm going to have to start doing things differently as well. So thinking and doing, that has to change. In a nutshell, I have to change, right? So the other piece of this that in order for me, or if I want to lose the weight, I don't want to lose the weight and then gain back 15 pounds a week later, right? No one wants to lose 10 pounds today and then gain back 15 tomorrow. That's, yeah, nobody. Unless you're just trying to get into a dress for like an occasion or something cool. But typically we want to lose the weight and then maintain the new weight, right? So you have to do specific things to lose the weight and then specific things to maintain that weight, right? With that being said, the same things that you need to do to lose the weight are going to be the same things that you need to do to maintain the weight. And the same things you need to do to maintain the weight are the same things that you have to do to lose the weight. Did I lose you? So, what I'm saying is basically, not only do you have to be a whole new you, yes, you do have to be a whole new. You have to stay being a whole new you in order for this whole thing to work. All right. So you cannot, declutter your house, but still be the same old you that had the cluttered house. You have to act like a person that has a clutter-free house in order for this whole thing to stick. All right. So, with that being said, this is really all about your thoughts, beliefs, your habits, and your actions getting into alignment so that, like I said, you can finally declutter the house once and for all and actually maintain that. So, what I want to go over today are some of the common problems that I see, and I just have three. There's a bunch, but anyway, three for the sake of time today. And with each problem, I'll give you one easy solution that you can implement. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into problem number one. I got my notes here so I don't miss anything. But problem number one is thinking that decluttering is a one and done type thing. So just like we talked about, no, it's not, oh, I decluttered last week and now we're just carefree living in the house doing what we do type thing. No, okay, you can't do that. With that being said, when you decide, hey, I need to get my house under control, the alarm bell should go off in your mind because this means lifestyle changes have to occur. All right. So you're going to have to start changing, what you do when you walk through the door, what you do when it's time to clean up. If you don't have, specific times to clean up, if you don't have like a structure, so to speak. I hate saying structure. I'm a loosey-goosey kind of girl. So I hate structure, itineraries, and all this stuff. But certain things have to be top of mind for you to create the life and the home that you want, is what I'm saying. So, anyway, the solution to this issue of thinking that everything is just, one and done is to act as if. Fake it until you make it. What would Jesus do type thing. All right. What you need to do, and right now, despite what's around you, is start acting as though you're a person that has a clutter-free home, right? So when you walk through the door, I don't know what you typically do when you walk through the door, but when you walk through the door, you don't need to be you, okay? I don't know what you do. If it's drop your stuff, at the door, stop that. You need to say, before I take another, step, what would someone that does not have clutter in their house do? What would they be doing with their stuff right now? And you kind of need to examine each of your habits, each of your thoughts, each of your actions with that same spirit of, okay, what would someone else that doesn't have this issue do? Because, like I said, this is all what you're seeing right now is just a collection of those thoughts, habits, and actions that produce a cluttered house. So we need to change those things so that we can start doing the things that maintain a clutter-free home. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So let's go on to problem number 2. You don't want to get rid of certain types of clutter. All right. So yes, you're saying that you want to, get rid of your clutter. The house looks messy. You need it to be cleaner, yada, yada. But you really have an issue getting rid of certain types of clutter. So whether it be sentimental clutter or just anything you spent your money on, you're like, nope, can't let go. So you're kind of in this, well, we'll call it predicament, but it's a very human situation type thing. You want something, but sometimes we do get in our own way. So, with that being said, a solution to this, I have a two-part solution, which is that essentially, especially if it's sentimental clutter, let's say for me, I'll use myself as an example. So I have 3 kids, and they have lots and lots of artwork and things they're making. And so they're always giving me things just all the time. And because it's 3 of them and they're all young, there's a lot of stuff, okay? And so the stuff is special, but after a certain time, goes on, it kind of becomes, just crap laying around, it loses its novelty. So with that being said, yes, it's special because they made it, and it's so sweet, and I cherish those moments. But on the other hand, I mean, I can't hold on to all this stuff forever, right? We'll be drowning in whatever it is that they doodle. They just draw all kinds of crazy stuff. But anyways, in order to honor this season that we're in, they're young, they're making stuff. I've created an art wall, right? And so I'll let them choose some of their favorite pieces for this week, or if they've made something they're just really proud of, we'll put it up on the art wall, and everything else gets put into the trash. And I don't let them always see me put in the trash. I don't want them to feel a certain kind of way, but they see the art wall when they come home, and they're like, oh, it just makes them just glow up. So anyway, yeah, honor it. That's what I'm trying to get to. If you have pictures and lots of photos, I mean, I say, so I'm about to go off on another tangent, but sometimes it is okay to hold on to the stuff. It's a matter of how much space do you have? Okay. Do you have space for it? Is you holding on to these items? Is it preventing you from being able to live in your house or be comfortable in your home and all those things? You have to weigh all that too. So let me get back to it though before I slide way too far off track. With that being said, so sentimental clutter, honor it, frame it, onesies, all this kind of stuff. If you're really stuck on when your kid was a baby for whatever reason, frame, some things, get some, or make a quilt if you know how to make quilts. I don't know who knows how to make a quilt. Go to Etsy, get someone to make a quilt for you, with different pieces of clothing or something, if that's something that's really sentimental to you. Now, the other side of this may be people that have spent money on things, and it's like the fact that I've spent this money on this means that I cannot let it go. All right. So with that, it's another, mental issue, and I'm saying that in a very loving way. Again, we're all humans. Now, you want your house to be clutter free, yet you're holding on to things for a very specific reason. And that reason does not serve you presently. Okay. So, yes, you bought that thing in the past, but you're literally, trapping yourself and preventing yourself from having the future that you want because you cannot let go. Okay. So, just, take a step back and look at it like that. Then the other thing is that if you're holding on to it because you spent the money on it, I mean, think of it this way. What if you lost everything in a fire? Okay. Now what? Are you going to be like, oh gosh darn, that camera I spent $100 on that I never used got burned up in a fire? Is it really going to matter? Like, no, none of this stuff is going to matter, right? If something like that, yes, it's tragic, but if that happens, it gives you a brand new leash on life. And with that being said, you would hope that since you have such a I don't know what the right word is, but if where you spend your money really matters to you that much, let today be the day that you make more mindful purchases, okay? Let today be the day that you say, hey, when I am done with this, then I'm going to sell it, or I'm going to toss it, or I'm going to gift it to someone that can also get use out of this. All right, so there's a lot of different ways to think about it. But again, don't let the fact that you spent money on something mean now you guys are cuffed together for the rest of your life, even though you're getting absolutely no use out of it. Not a good way to live, okay? Life's too short. Problem number 3, and again, this is why does the clutter keep coming back? This is the third thing, or one of, many things that I see. And that is you literally have too much stuff. Okay. So I get it. You decluttered and you're like, yes, this surface is clean and everything, should be good to go now. And it's like you have so much more stuff that you need to get rid of. Like, no, 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 no. Yeah. Again, let's go back to that idea of losing weight. Like, yeah, you might say I need to lose 10 pounds, but if I need to lose 10 pounds so that I can, whatever, it doesn't even matter. I'm about to go off on a tangent. Just know you might need to lose 500 pounds, but you're sitting here thinking you need to lose 10. All right. Look around. That could be you. All right. So it's a whole clutter attracts clutter. There we go. We'll say that. So if you haven't gotten rid of enough clutter, your house is still it's going to still look cluttered because it is still cluttered. Okay. You still have stuff in drawers. Well, and that's hidden clutter, but ultimately you have surface clutter and hidden clutter. But if your surfaces are still cluttered, it could even be too much decor, right? So you may just be focused on paper, but not the fact that, okay, maybe you're not the best decorator, right? So it's cluttered looking. It looks messy because the style just isn't working, right? It's not a style, it's just stuff. So sometimes you have to change your definition on what clutter is. So with that being said, you probably need to just grab some trash bags, some boxes, and commit to, and this is the solution I'm going into, but really challenge yourself every day for the next, 30 days to literally just fill up a trash bag. Okay, fill up a trash bag, toss it. Okay. Um, you need to offload a bit. Um, yeah, that just is what it is. How do you know when you've gotten to the point where you've gotten rid of enough clutter? Well, you'll look around, you'll feel it. It'll be a whole lot easier to maintain. Number one, the energy in the house will definitely be lifted. Things will look different, and you'll finally start seeing where you have space for something new. Okay, so right now, yeah, if that is you and you are stuck in this cycle of decluttering, but the house still looks cluttered right after the fact, you may just have too much stuff and you have a little bit more, just serious chunking to do. You just need to toss stuff, Goodwill, trash it. Like that just is what it is. So the 3 problems and our solutions were dun 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 dun. I think I lost my paper where I summed up everything, but that's okay. We'll just go through this very quickly. Problem number 1, thinking that decluttering is a one-time thing. It is not. It is a lifestyle. You need to change your thoughts, habits, actions, and beliefs. That should have came first. Problem number 2, why the clutter keeps coming back. You don't want to get rid of certain types of clutter, okay? And so it is keeping your house looking cluttered. You're going to have to let it go, though. Remember, it's all mental. And finally, why does the clutter keep coming back? Problem number 3, you literally still just have too much stuff and you just need to declutter. Why am I getting so passionate about that? I don't know. If you need some help or some tools with your decluttering journey, I definitely invite you to go to the Etsy shop where I have a decluttering planner where you can really just map out the entire year, and I'm saying you, it's already done for you, but you can tweak it, customize it to what you'd like to do, and you can literally make your own plan within it where you can have a specific focus week by week for the entire year so you can work through the house little by little and finally get that clutter under control. And then it'll double as a plan for you to maintain everything. Then there's also a decluttering kit in there where it's like the pragmatic type things, right? To help you think through, what areas do I need to start with? Or here's some signs to put up to help me keep myself on track as I go through this whole thing. So nonetheless, tools for you. I'm here for you. I hope you enjoy the next video. Bye.